Wider Islington LGBTQIA plus History Project Video 13. The Homosexual Law Reform Society, HLRS. The first meeting of the HLRS was held at the home of Rhys Howard and Len Smith. Rhys Howard was a Canadian and Len Smith was his British boyfriend. They were openly gay and they lived halfway along Liverpool Road. And there appears at some point to have been a pink plaque. Again, I haven't found it, but I know the exact location. And there could be a lamppost with the information on it for people to be able to find online. So to explain about this gay couple, it was in the 1950s that they lived openly and very courageously as gay. They were out. They were an ordinary couple, but they had famous visitors such as J.B. Priestley and his wife, Jaquetta Hawkes, the bishops of Carlisle and Rochester, and the reason for the courage is that, campaigning, their campaign could have easily put them at risk to police raids. All it would have taken is a tip-off that they were living as gay men, and the police could easily have moved in and made their life very difficult. For instance, at that time in the 50s, Alan Turing was arrested. He was a war hero. He helped with code breaking. There's stuff I could talk about, but I won't in this video simply because I'm focusing on Islington. There's films like The Imitation Game, which are very worthwhile seeing. But the thing about Alan Turing was in 1952, part of his punishment, as well as going to jail simply for being homosexual or gay, was he was given HRT, female hormones. Within a couple of years, in 1954, trigger warning, he ended his own life. Effectively, what society did to Alan Turing was torturous and criminal. So, in 1957, the Wolfenden Report came to the recommendations. Their conclusion was that homosexuality should not be a criminal offence. Their findings were that it was not a mental health condition in the sense it was not a disease, and in their quotes, it was only a symptom. I'm not even sure what they mean by symptom, but it the these findings were huge progress given how gay men were treated up until this time, and in fact for another 10 years, because the Wolfenden Report was not acted upon immediately. It took until 1967 before male homosexuality was partially decriminalised. And Rees Howard and Len Smith, by forming the Homosexual Law Reform Society, were instrumental in helping make the changes. Things seem to take a huge amount of time when it comes to LGBTQIA plus rights. When things are being closed down, as they are currently, if you look at the way trans rights are being attacked, it's happening very, very quickly. But to push the door open, to make things legal, it takes years. Sometimes it takes decades. It wasn't until 2001 that the age of consent was equalised. So the age for gay sex was the same as for straight sex. So there's a huge amount that still needs doing right now. But things were really bad in the 1950s, and it took the courage of people like Rees Howard and Len Smith to get them underway. And really, they deserve plaques, maybe blue plaques, but certainly some sort of rainbow symbol and pink plaque, that type of thing, like the Islington pink pins. So I've been looking at the locations, and I'll be continuing this series. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.